Imagine holding in your hand something so small, yet so powerful, so extraordinary, that it could change your life forever. A simple piece of silver, no larger than the palm of your hand, yet worth more than what most people earn in years. These are not ordinary coins. These are treasures that survived through time, coins that carry the weight of history, beauty, and secrets from a century ago. Today, my friends, you are about to enter a world where metal turns into fortune, where collectors battle fiercely in auctions, and where a single coin can become the crown jewel of a lifetime. This is not fiction. This is not myth. This is the raw truth. The U.S. quarter dollar, one of the most familiar coins in American pockets, hides a legendary secret. A few rare issues that are so scarce, so precious, that their value skyrockets every single day. On this journey, I will take you deep into the heart of the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable quarters in today's market. Each of these coins is not just a collector's dream, it's a piece of living treasure that could make you rich overnight. Stay with me until the end, because every single coin will shock you, thrill you, and leave you in awe. And trust me, the final coin will absolutely blow your mind. So tighten your seatbelt, because what you're about to witness is nothing less than a roller coaster ride of history, passion, and unimaginable fortune. Welcome to ultra-rare U.S. coins, where we bring you faithful, powerful, and daily updates about the rarest treasures hiding in plain sight. Let's dive into the treasure hunt of a lifetime. Coin number 1. The story begins in the early 20th century, a time when America was roaring into a new era of strength and pride. In 1920, the Standing Liberty Quarter was struck, one of the most iconic designs in U.S. history. Lady Liberty herself stands tall and strong, a shield in one hand, an olive branch in the other, symbolizing both defense and peace. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, this coin carries not just monetary worth, but also the spirit of a nation rising after World War I. But the magic of this particular quarter is far greater than its beautiful design. The 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter, without a mint mark, is a legend in its own right. It is a coin that whispers tales of history, for it was minted in such limited numbers, and many never survived circulation in fine condition. Over the decades, countless pieces were lost, melted or worn down beyond recognition. That is what makes a well-preserved, silver, shaded, very fine condition piece like this so breathtakingly rare. Collectors worldwide hunt this treasure because its unique features, the boldness of Liberty's figure, the striking detail of her shield, the crispness of the eagle soaring across the reverse, all reveal a level of artistry that is impossible to find in modern coinage. It is the rarity of condition and the sheer historical power behind this coin that makes it such a shining star in the numismatic universe. And here's the most thrilling part. Its market value today is not just high, it's soaring like an unstoppable rocket. This 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter, without mint mark and in very fine condition, is commanding a staggering $245,000 in today's auction market. Yes, you heard me right, $245,000 for a single quarter. That's not a coin, that's a treasure chest condensed into silver. A fortune, hiding in plain sight. The value of this coin is rising every single day, and what you see today is just the beginning. If you hold one in your collection, you're not just holding money, you're holding a time bomb of value waiting to explode even higher in the future. So, what should collectors know? Here's the key. When you hunt for a Standing Liberty Quarter of 1920, condition is everything. Even the smallest improvement in preservation multiplies its demand. Look for clean surfaces, sharp details on Liberty's gown and shield, and above all, authenticity from trusted dealers or auction houses. To conclude this treasure's tale, the 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter is not simply a coin, it's a passage to wealth, a token of history, and a treasure that proves how something so small can hold the weight of greatness. Owning this coin is like owning a piece of America's golden story, and its value will only climb higher as time marches on. Coin number 2. As we turn the pages of history forward to the year 1929, we find ourselves at a moment that shook the world. The crash of the stock market, the dawn of the Great Depression, and the collapse of fortunes overnight. But amidst this storm of uncertainty, a shining piece of silver continued to circulate quietly in the hands of Americans. The Standing Liberty Quarter. And not just any quarter, the rare and elusive 1929 issue without a mint mark. Struck in the last chapter of the Standing Liberty series, this coin carries with it both beauty and finality. Its design, created by Herman A. McNeil, had already become a symbol of American artistry. Lady Liberty still stands proudly at the front, draped in flowing robes, her left hand holding the shield of defense, her right hand extending an olive branch, offering peace in a world that was descending into turmoil. On the reverse, an eagle soars with strength, wings spread wide as if to remind the nation that even in hardship, freedom flies. The 1929 quarter was composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, like its predecessors. But what sets this particular issue apart is its scarcity in circulation today. Most coins of 1929 were used heavily in the everyday struggles of Americans. People clutched onto them to buy bread, pay rent, or simply survive during the early years of the Great Depression. Because of this, finding a circulated example that has survived with its details intact, especially in its silver shade with unique grey dot toning, is an achievement worthy of awe. Collectors are not just fascinated by the coin's design, they are drawn to its story. Imagine the hands this quarter has passed through. Struggling families, bustling markets, perhaps even the pockets of men and women trying to rebuild their dreams in a collapsing economy. Every scratch, every tiny mark on its surface is a living testament to the era it survived. That is why collectors treat this coin not as an object, but as a time capsule of America's most challenging decade. Now let's talk about rarity. The 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter, without mint mark, is among the scarcest survivors of the series in collectible form. Because so many were worn down beyond recognition, only a very small fraction remains in conditions that excite today's collectors. Add to that the striking silver-gray shade and that rare gray dot toning a natural patina that time alone can create, and what you have is a specimen that feels almost one of a kind. Here's where the suspense becomes reality. In today's auction market, this treasure commands a jaw-dropping $170,500. That's right, $170,500 for a single circulated quarter. It's not just a coin, it's a fortune hidden in plain sight, a pocket-sized treasure chest. And don't think this is a peak. No, this coin's value is climbing day by day. Every time a specimen changes hands, the price inches higher, making it a golden opportunity for those who dare to collect. Hold this coin today, and you are not just holding silver, you are holding wealth that is destined to multiply in the years ahead. For collectors dreaming of finding or acquiring one, here is a tip straight from the heart of the numismatic world. Always look for authenticity and originality. The tiniest details, the clarity of Liberty's shield, the presence of that subtle grey, toning the honest wear patterns of circulation, all matter. Beware of polished or tampered coins. True value lies in genuine history preserved. And let me end with this. The 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter is not just rare. It is historic, emotional, and powerful. It connects us to a time of resilience, to a nation that endured hardship yet pressed forward. Owning it is like owning a fragment of America's soul, and at the same time, securing a treasure that could make you wealthy beyond imagination. My friends, this is why I say with confidence, coins like these are not collectibles. They are investments, treasures, and legacies rolled into one. On ultra-rare US coins, we bring you faithful truths and daily updates so you never miss out on the world's most extraordinary treasures. And this 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter is proof that fortune truly hides in history. Coin number 3. Now, my friends, brace yourself, because what we are about to uncover is not just a coin, but a miracle of survival. The year is 1927. America is standing in the roaring 20s, a time of jazz, booming industry, and a nation finding new prosperity. Yet hidden within this decade of change is one of the most breathtaking treasures of the United States. Numismatics, the 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark. At first glance, you might think it is just another silver quarter. But look closer, much closer, and you will see that this coin holds an aura unlike any other. It is struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, carrying that gleaming luster of true American craftsmanship. Lady Liberty, carved by the master Herman A. McNeil, stands proud at the forefront. Her shield, raised high, offers strength and protection, while her right hand extends an olive branch of peace. On the reverse, the eagle soars mid-flight, not perched, not passive, but powerful, wings wide, as though ready to lift the entire nation into the skies. But what makes the 1927 quarter so special is not just its artistry, it's the survival of this coin in uncirculated condition. Remember, these were everyday quarters used in daily life. Most were spent until worn smooth, carrying scratches and heavy marks from circulation. But this specimen, this coin, has escaped all that. Its silver surfaces still flash with brilliance, and its natural brown spotting only enhances its authenticity, showing the gentle kiss of time rather than the scars of wear. Finding an uncirculated example is like unearthing a time capsule. It looks today almost exactly as it did when it left the mint nearly a century ago. Collectors crave coins like this because of their unmatched rarity. The absence of a mint mark ties it back directly to Philadelphia, the nation's oldest mint, and adds another layer of desirability. The details remain crisp. The folds of Liberty's gown, the lines of the shield, the feathers of the eagle, every tiny stroke still visible in its full glory. That is why this coin in this condition is not simply rare, it's extraordinary. And now comes the moment you have been waiting for: the value. Hold your breath, because in today's auction market, a 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark, in this magnificent uncirculated condition with its natural silver shade and beautiful brown spots, is commanding a staggering $183,000. Yes, $183,000 for a single quarter. This isn't just money. This is treasure, a fortune in the palm of your hand, a piece of history that transforms into wealth overnight. Do not mistake this as hype or fantasy. The demand for this coin is relentless, and its market value is climbing higher passing season. Auction houses are reporting new records, collectors are chasing harder, and investors are treating coins like these as golden assets. If you think $183,000 is the ceiling, think again. This is the kind of coin whose future value will continue to shock the world. Do not let anyone fool you with polished or altered coins. Uncirculated means untouched, with its true character preserved. Those brown spots, they are not flaws. They are proof of authenticity, the natural fingerprints of time itself. Coins like this should always be authenticated and graded by trusted authorities to lock in their immense value. To conclude the story of this extraordinary piece, the 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter is not merely a coin, it is a survivor, a relic of a golden age, and a treasure that collectors would fight tooth and nail to own. If you hold one, you're not just carrying silver, you're carrying history, artistry, and a fortune waiting to rise even higher. This is the kind of coin that makes legends in the world of numismatics. And remember, here on ultra-rare US coins, you are always in faithful hands. We bring you daily updates, fresh discoveries, and the most trustworthy insights into treasures like these. Because in this world of rare coins, knowledge is power, and treasures are waiting for those bold enough to chase them. Coin number 4. As our journey through America's most legendary quarters continues, we now arrive at the year 1926, a year tucked right into the heart of the Roaring Twenties. Jazz filled the air, silent films turned to talkies, and the economy pulsed with new hope and ambition. But within this dazzling era, the Philadelphia Mint quietly produced a coin that nearly a century later would become one of the most sought-after treasures in numismatics, the 1926 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark. This coin carries with it all the beauty that made the Standing Liberty series unforgettable. Liberty herself, radiant and determined, stands boldly at the front. Her shield, decorated with the stars and stripes, is held firmly in one hand, a symbol of protection and readiness. In the other, she offers an olive branch, the eternal promise of peace. Flip the coin, and the reverse shows a soaring eagle, wings stretched to their fullest, gliding across a field of stars. It's a design that spoke of strength, hope, and dignity, values America carried forward into a rapidly changing world. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, the 1926 quarter shines with the brilliance of true artistry. But what makes this particular issue remarkable is not just its design, it's its rarity in collectible condition. You see, the year 1926 quarter was widely circulated during a booming economy, spent on groceries, entertainment, and all the daily pleasures of life in the 20s. Most of these coins wore down to almost nothing, leaving only shadows of liberty and the eagle behind. But every so often, a survivor emerges like the one before us today. A silver-shaded quarter with natural grey spotting, preserved in very good condition. While it has certainly seen circulation, its key features remain intact. The details of Liberty, her shield, the eagle's majestic outline, all can still be seen, whispering stories of the hands it passed through nearly 100 years ago. These grey spots, rather than flaws, are a testament to authenticity. They mark the coin's long journey, the quiet embrace of time, and the originality collectors crave. Now here's where rarity turns into breathtaking value. The 1926 Standing Liberty Quarter, without mint mark, in very good condition with its original grey-toned charm, is commanding an unbelievable $195,000 in today's auction market. That's right, nearly $200,000 for a single quarter once used in everyday life. This is not just currency, this is treasure. A fortune preserved in silver, a time capsule that has transformed into a prize worthy of kings. And what makes this even more exciting is that the value of this coin is not standing still. No, it is rising, climbing steadily with every passing year. Collectors fight fiercely for even moderately preserved examples, and as time goes on, the pool of surviving pieces only grows smaller. That means each remaining coin becomes even more valuable, even more of a prize. The $195,000 value you see today is not a ceiling. It's the foundation of a future fortune. So what should collectors know if they dream of owning one? The key lies in honesty and originality. Always look for coins that have their natural surfaces intact, no artificial cleaning, no polishing, no tampering. Grey spotting and natural toning should be celebrated, not feared, for they are the hallmarks of a coin that has lived a genuine life. Authenticity will always outshine artificial perfection in the world of rare coins. And so we conclude the story of this magnificent treasure. The 1926 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark is not just a rare coin, it is a powerful reminder of America's roaring past, a token of artistry and a fortune waiting to grow even greater. Owning it is like holding a treasure chest in the palm of your hand, proof that history itself can transform into unimaginable wealth. Here on ultra-rare US coins, we bring you nothing but faithful truths, fresh stories, and daily updates about these legendary treasures. Because in the world of numismatics, knowledge is the key that unlocks fortune, and treasures like this one prove that legends are real. Coin number 5. And now, my friends, we arrive at the final chapter of this breathtaking journey, and it is nothing short of extraordinary. The year is 1924, and America is riding high in the middle of the roaring 20s. Cities are booming, jazz echoes through speakeasies, and hope dances in the streets. Yet hidden in that golden era was a coin so stunning, so rare, that today it stands as one of the crown jewels of the Standing Liberty Quarter series, the 1924 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark. This coin is a masterpiece of American artistry. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, it gleams with a brilliance that even time itself has struggled to dim. On the obverse, Lady Liberty is captured mid-stride, bold and graceful, standing guard with her shield in hand while extending the olive branch of peace. She is not static. She is alive, full of motion and strength, a symbol of a nation that was charging ahead into modern times. On the reverse, the eagle soars with wings outstretched, framed by stars, its flight representing both freedom and ambition. Few designs in American coinage have carried so much meaning, so much beauty in such a small space. What makes the 1924 quarter without mint mark so special, however, is its scarcity in higher-grade conditions. Remember, this was a coin that saw daily use in an age before debit cards, apps, and digital money. These quarters rang across cash registers, clinked into payphones, and passed through the hands of millions. Most were ground down by circulation until their details were nearly erased. That is why to find one in very fine condition, still carrying its silver shade, still showing the sharp beauty of Liberty's figure and the eagle's wings, is nothing short of miraculous. The coin we speak of today is a shining survivor. Its surfaces gleam with authenticity, its details remain visible, and its presence alone commands awe. Collectors adore not only its rarity, but also its beautiful natural look, that honest preservation that tells us this coin has traveled through time, yet remained strong. It is living history, frozen in silver. Now let's talk value, and I mean real treasure-level value. In today's auction market, a 1924 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark, silver shade, in very fine condition, commands an absolutely jaw-dropping $220,500. That's right, $220,500 for a single quarter once exchanged for groceries or a train ride. This is not just a coin, this is a treasure chest in your pocket, a life-changing fortune hiding in plain sight. And here is the truth that every collector needs to know. The market for this coin is not cooling, it is heating up, like never before. Every auction sets new benchmarks, every collector fight drives the price higher, and every day the surviving pool grows smaller. This is not the peak, this is only the beginning. The 1924 quarter's value is climbing, and those who hold it today may find themselves holding an even greater fortune tomorrow. Do not dismiss this as fiction, this is reality. These are the treasures that prove how history itself can make you rich overnight. For collectors, my advice is clear: pursue authenticity. Never be swayed by polished coins or altered surfaces. True value lies in originality, the honest wear, the natural silver tones, the crispness of detail that time has preserved. A very fine condition 1924 quarter is not simply rare. It is priceless in the eyes of serious collectors, and it will remain one of the most demanded pieces for generations to come. So let us close with this. The 1924 Standing Liberty Quarter is not just a coin. It is a legend, a relic of a roaring decade, and a treasure that shines brighter with every passing year. To hold one is to hold history, wealth, and beauty all at once, proof that greatness can be small in size but monumental in value. And here on ultra-rare US coins, we bring you the faithful truth, the freshest discoveries and daily updates, so you never miss out on treasures like these. Because in the world of rare coins, knowledge is fortune, and fortune is waiting for those who dare to discover it.